Do you want to drop these bots faster than a connection to a Warzone server on a Friday at 5? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you my top 3 SMG loadouts. Going to be giving you the tuning as well. So stick around. While I have you, give us a like and a follow so that we can continue to grow. And let's get into it. Alright guys, and here it is. One of 3. This one's going to be my personal favorites. One I'm using most of the time. For the muzzle, you're going to have the Spiral V 3.5 flash hider. I tuned that for aim down sight speed at a -71. And I also tune it for gun kick control to a positive 0.30. For the barrel, I'm using the CAS-1 381 millimeter. I normally tune that down to aim walking speed 0.37. And to the damage, I go ahead and max that out to the right to a 0.40. Then you want to run your 45 round mag. Obviously that doesn't have any tuning. I use the FSS Shark Fin 90 underbarrel. Some people may use something different, but that's the one I've been using here. It's worked out pretty good for me. I'm using a 0.31 aim and idle stability for the bottom and a 0.54 recoil stabilization for the left. And then I believe that's going to be all. Actually, no. I have the Demo X2 grip, rear grip. Normally, I go ahead and tune that all the way to the left for sprint to fire speed so you can get that gun up quick. And 0.87 down on the left side for aim down sight speed. So basically, this whole gun is geared towards probably more so Ashika Island for up close to mid-range battles. Then for number 2, it's going to be my second favorite. It actually is a better weapon at extremely close ranges. It's going to be the Lockman sub. I was running that until I did a little bit of updating to the Vaznev, but for the Lockman, I have the FSS Covert muzzle. Let's see. That's going to be tuned to a 135 ounce recoil smoothness and a 94 bullet velocity. AFTAC M sub barrel. And we're going to do that maxed out 0.48. And for the damage range, 0.35. Then I actually use the 9mm overpressured ammunition. I've just been running that and it just seems to work out better for me. It's a 8.13 grain bullet velocity to the right and a 0.70 damage to the upward position. I also use this Lockman TCG 10 rear grip. I would say probably sprint to fire speed to a 0.40 negative, and then maybe I would probably do a recoil steadiness to a 0.67 on that. Then last but not least, the FT mobile stock. Looks like I don't have that tuned, but I would probably do that as an aim down sight speed as a 302 negative, and then maybe aim and idle stability at a 1.66. Normally what I'm using is the actual blueprint for it, so that's why it's all pro tuned. If you want to use the blueprint that I was using the espionage and just taking off the sight itself. And then just for a little bit of scientific data, I pulled it up. This is these 2 guns here. Obviously you can see the Vaznev doesn't have a very high drop off until about the 25mm damage range, but even still it's very strong. The Lockman itself, as you can see, is a very, very close killer. So it depends on your play style. If you're a type of player that likes to play up close, not shooting until you see the person, probably want to definitely try the Lockman. And if you like to give it a little bit, shoot maybe, when they're running up towards you or something, definitely the Vaznev is the way to go. Okay, and then the last one I've just started using. I haven't gotten very in depth with it, but it's going to be the Veil 46 or the MP7 as some people call it. I'm using the Neoprick. I don't know how you say that. Anyways, I'm using that one. And for the muzzle, I'm just using the stock X10 Black Kite muzzle. 104 negative and a .74 for the muzzle tuning. And for the barrel, I'm using the LM7 series. Normally I tune that for a .33 damage range and a .30 recoil steadiness. Using the 50 round mag X10 Gravedigger underbarrel. That's going to be a .19 aim and idle stability. Couldn't get that out. .62 for the aim down sight speed. And that looks like to be, and the laser here. Some people use the laser, some people don't. I'm using that for the 39.48 feet aim and stability. And a .24 ounce negative for sprint to fire speed. So that's going to be my classes that I use for my SMGs. You definitely want to try those when you get a chance. Definitely the VAS. And as always, guys, thank you for checking me out today. Hope to see you on the next video. Y'all have a good one.